Welcome back, everyone, to episode 7 of the Can You Survive 25 challenge. This should have really been episode 8, but I screwed up. So I came back in July of this year and did a big update, kind of showing you where we're at. We bought a new field, got it planted, put down this silo, did a few things, got ready to edit it, and it was gone. I must not have hit record. I always test before I record, but I must not have hit the button again to start it. So we're gonna go over that. Plus, it's been another 2 months since then. Kind of go over what else has changed, and I want to buy a field again today and get it going. So I think I'll buy the field first, and that's part of the update, I guess. Is we upgraded our cultivator, made it the full length. Before it was 6 meters, now it's the full 12, which. And we also upgraded the motor in the Massey, got it the full. It's 425 horse now. I believe when we bought it used, it was about 300, a little over 300 if I remember right. And we put a lot of hours on this thing. It's over 60 hours now. Um, you can see all the silage bales I put up this morning. Then this was the field we bought last episode, which would be, let's look here, field 89, 88. So yeah, we bought 88. I also ended up combining 89 and 90 like we talked about. So the strip of trees that used to be there is gone. It's got ran through the sawmill, so that's one big field now. So we got quite a bit of silage coming in, but I want a little bit more, and I think we're gonna buy this field right here today, and that'll probably be the last silage field we buy for a while. Uh, $256,000. We'll go ahead and buy it, and then I'm pretty sure it needed plowing, so we'll just get a guy plowing it and get it planted to grass today, and then it'll be on the same sequence of harvesting as these other two fields. But some of the things we talked about, I had purchased a new bale trailer. That's one thing. Um, this I had this green one which will work for bales, but I've got it set up to auto unload pallets, which doesn't work as well for bales. Like this one is purely an auto load bale deal, so you just have to drive up beside them and it picks them up, which is nice. So we bought that. Sawmills have been great. I've cleared a lot of this area out. We still have a lot to go around there, and now that we have these land, we'll take those trees out of the middle there because I want to put some more stuff there. But these sawmills, between the two, I think I'm making about $75,000 a day running, all the products through them. Uh, Pretty empty on the silage bales because we just got done selling it, so we could do that. We did purchase the used tree planter that was in the sales market the last episode. I wasn't going to, and then after we joined those two fields so quickly, I'm like, well, we might run out of trees sooner, and I think I might be planting within the first year. So save $15,000 on that. It was kind of a no-brainer to go ahead and do that. Uh, Upgraded our mowing system, and we're probably going to do that again. Uh, the mower is out right now. We could go look at it, but I bought the rear mower for the tractor to go with the front, the Pottinger. So now it does like 10 meters at a time or 9, basically 3 times what we were doing before, and puts it in one swath. I then sold our old baler, bought this one. I think the difference in price was about 75K. It's an expensive deal, but it wraps it at the same time. So I can just hire a worker to go mow, and I can cut my time down in a third of putting up the silage. But as we keep adding fields, I'm going to cut it down more. So today we're going to put up a fermenting silo, because that's the way I prefer to do silage, is run a wagon with a pickup, the modded forage pickup in front, and just throw it in the wagon, dump it in the fermenting silo. It's a lot quicker. And we'll even upgrade that one more step later on. But so that's some of what we bought. I'm trying to think what else on that last one. We could probably hop in the tractor here. And like I say, I put up this silo. It's a modded silo, but it's a multi-fruit, which now we can put anything. We can put a lot of variety in there, which is nice. But like I said, over here we bought this. We planted this all to grass. I think it's going to be pretty equal. I haven't counted the bales, or this is the first cutting we got off of this side. This side is putting up about 73, 74 bales uh, per cutting now. So between the two, I'm hoping to get it close to 150 bales every time. And now we're going to put in that new spot. So we're going to be running a lot of silage. My thought is this is probably the last silage field I'm buying for a while. I think originally I talked about doing sheep, but the more research I've done, I think I'm going to go with cotton. And the reason cotton is eventually we're going to come down here and we're going to buy the rope factory, because we need the rope to give to the playground to finish building that. And you can supply the rope factory with wool or cotton. And from doing my little research, it seems like cotton is the better way to go. Looks like wool, you actually lose money compared to if you would just sell it outright, and quite a bit of money. Cotton also seems to do a little better in the spinnery and then moving that over to the tailor shop. So my next goal after the field we just bought is probably to buy this field here. And this would be field 77, and it's expensive, but it's a big field. $400,000, and then I would probably move over here and buy this field. I would buy this field first, but it's more money and it's got all this other space, which I don't know if I would come in here and expand the field or just use this for something else, because there's it's sloped. I don't know how that would be to farm. Now, I've never done cotton. That's another reason I want to do it. I'm going to do sheep on the Animal Whisperer series, so I thought, well, maybe I'll try cotton. I've harvested it on here in contracts, but I've never planted it or dealt with it or moved it over to the factories. So I'm curious to see how that'll go. I know the harvester is expensive. We're going to need $500,000 for it. We're also going to need a new planter. We don't have a planter that'll do cotton. So we got a lot of expenses, but we don't really have to have any of that until like March. I believe that's February or March is when you can actually plant cotton. So no need to, and then we really just need the planter, and then I think it's like 8 months before you can even harvest it. So you got 8 months after planting it to get that $500,000 for the harvester. I don't think that'll be a problem with the way we're going with silage and everything else. Like I say, we we've almost got a cash flow coming in where we can spend about 200,000 to 300,000 every few months to buy another piece of property. But I do think rather than just keep going with silage, we're going to do some cotton, mix it up a little, and then maybe come back and do more silage if we want silage. I'm not quite sure how much silage is too much. I mean, it's really just a money maker at this moment. So the other thing I did want to do today is I want to put in that fermenting silo. So I think I'm going to put it in across the road here, just in between these two fields. That way, I mean, basically we're coming from that grass field, this field, that field, and if we do expand the silage, it'll be down around that way. Plus this is a nice, pretty flat area, so I think that's what I'll do. I'll do my normal, save the game, so if we screw up we can back out. But yeah, the used market hasn't been kind. I haven't seen anything worthwhile. You know, there's a lot of expensive equipment like that harvester and forage harvesters I wouldn't mind having, but nothing's really came up yet. So I believe the one I want, this is the silo I'm using. It's part of this pack. It's by Gaming Joy, and it's only on PC at the moment. And this is a multi-fruit silo. I mean, it will ferment like straw and stuff like that. We won't use it for that. We're just going to use it for grass. But go with this 80K jobber. Like I said, I just kind of want it semi-centered here. I think that'll work. Yeah. That should work. So basically, the way this works, it's just a production facility. You come in here, you select the grass we want it to store, and we activate it. So now when we put hay in there, it works just like a production and runs a cycle and starts converting it over to silage. So we can start putting in loose. We no longer have to bale. Like I said, it'll be so much quicker. If we have the mower go around, I'm going to run a pickup head, a forager, which we might as well buy that right now while I'm thinking of it. Um, Actually, we won't buy the forager. We don't have enough, but we can buy the wagon. I'll just show you the forager that we're going to get. This is it. Basically, this you mount to the front of your tractor and it'll shoot up. It'll pick up anything in front of you. It'll work for like rocks. Well, I think it was showing. You can. Yeah, I don't want to buy it. Whole list of items. You know, straw, whatever. It'll pick up just a ton of stuff. Snow. Uh, and we'll shoot it in a wagon. I'm also going to get a different wagon here. So I think what we'll go with is this modded TARDIS wagon. Just gives us so much more quantity. We'll go with the XP quantity. Yeah, we can change the cover and the rim. I think they're working on that to where we can change all the color of this, which will be nice. But put the BK tires on it. And just buy that. I think we'll run down to the shop and grab that. Same time, I think we're gonna sell this other one. We don't really need. We don't need it anymore with that other one. We can. I'm half tempted to sell that wood wagon there too. We are still doing contracts. We're just entering the start of the third year. Like I said, I was going to go 3 years of doing contracts. At the end of the third year, I would quit doing them. So that'll be, I think, July. July will be the last month to do contracts. But I haven't been doing too many of the wood contracts. I was doing it through the winter, but we're starting to make some good money, and it's just a pain. So I could probably sell that, but it's only, I mean, I only paid $4K for it, so I don't know what it's worth used, but don't know if it's worth taking the time to sell it right now or just wait, because once the contract's over, we're going to sell a lot of equipment that we won't need anymore. You know, good chance we sell the baler, the mowers. Now, if we get back into sheep, we might want those again, but then we could always buy them back, you know, just to kind of clean up the yard, get rid of the bale trailer. Even though we just bought that, it can go here after we sell off all the bales or get them moved. So but yeah, I know it's kind of a big jump that we had from last episode to this, but that's might become the norm for a few of these, because essentially we're just doing the same thing. You know, every 2 months we're putting up silage, keeping the sawmill filled every day, or you know, not every day, but every few days, make sure that there's wood in it, and then just hammer out all the contracts we can. So let's see here. Yeah, we'll repair it. We will repaint it. Sometimes you tend to get a little bit extra back by doing all that. And that was a used wagon anyway. That's why it wasn't worth much. One of the few things that we've gotten used. I guess all of our tractors we've gotten used, which, speaking of tractors, like I said, we upgraded the Massey to the the bigger engine. We still need to do that to this one, because we bought it with whatever it had. And the John Deere, the 7810, probably, I feel like it's maybe ran its course. Might be time to think about replacing it. Just a lot of the jobs, I've got to make sure which jobs it's on. It's on that mowing job right now, but even then, if it has to pull a very big hill, it really slows it down. So need a little more power. Keep hoping there'll be something coming up in the used market. I think I've talked about it before, but there is a mod on PC that you can go download that increases the number of sale units in there. I just haven't decided if I want to use it. I would love to have it, but I feel like there's just way too much in there, but it might be something I go ahead and do. We are making good money, so it's not like I can't afford a lot of stuff at this point. So I feel like some of that stuff, like this wagon, I'm loosening up some of the struggle of this as we go. And maybe I install that mod, and because it usually has like 30 items, 40 items on for sale in there, quite a few, so you got quite the selection. But I might do that just so we can get some more, because a lot of times this used market will have, I've seen it with none, I've seen it with one or two. It's so slow. I wish, if nothing else, it kept 5 there all the time, or like every day it made sure there was 5 when you woke up, but it's kind of random when it comes to that. Okay, got that here. I do have some partial bales of grass that are in here. I want to see if I can put them in that fermenting silo if it would take a grass bale. I don't know if it will or not. Let's see here. And of course it's a silage one. I don't want it. Takes them, leaves them all different because they're all different sizes, of course. I think I got 3 of them. Yeah. Yeah, so that's why I like this trailer over the way that other one auto loads, is you can just drive up alongside and be picking up bales. So makes it nice, simple. Yeah, I don't know if I do. Yeah, the unload's not working here, so I would say it's not going to take them. Not sure what I'll do with these. I'd originally kept them because I was going to use them for sheep. If I ever got sheep, I figured, oh, they'll just eat them. So it's just the partial bales from when you're done. Didn't have a full bale and I kick them out. But let's, he's done here. Let's get him started seeding this to grass. And then I think once we get him onto grass, we might look at some of the statistics too. We haven't been over that in quite a while, just to see like how many hours we played, the contracts, stuff like that. I still need to put up one more shed here. It's probably going to be constructible, and I might put it down by that other sawmill, because we do need to do one constructible per farm that we set up in this series. I've already got a house, so it'll probably be one of the sheds, and maybe, like I said, I'll do it down there by the sawmill. Maybe just a little tiny shed that I can stick the tree planter in, the winch for the rear, stuff like that, stuff that I'll use down there. So I think this has got enough grass seed. Usually don't take much. Started. We can take a look, like I said, at the stats. So yeah, we're right at 80 hours. 80 hours of total time played. Closing in on 400 contracts. We'll go over 400 by the time we're done, which is kind of insane. It's a lot of contracts, and definitely has been the bread and butter that got this off the ground. Now the silage and the sawmills are really picking up and helping, but to get it off the ground, no doubt it was the number of contracts. And we've got the 2 collectibles that we found on our property, so that's kind of where we're at. It must keep track of the bales that you do for contracts too, because I don't think we've done 510 of our own. I'm surprised this is only 67 trees. I feel like I've cut down a lot more than that, but apparently. Anyhow, that's where we are. We're going to get this planted. And like I said, if we're going to go to cotton, I'm going to look at the dates. I'm pretty sure cotton, yeah, I thought I looked. It can be planted in February and March. So really don't need to buy that field till February. So we've got that long to put together, 400K to be able to buy that field. Um, we'll have one more harvest this year of this silage. So probably just one of these harvests will probably be close to that, I would think. But we might have to wait and see how much we get out of the harvest when we run it through the fermenter. But otherwise, there's not much to do. We're just going to keep doing the contracts. So there's a good chance that when we come back to the next video, it will be that March, February or March time to start planting the cotton. But we'll keep selling our wood, which I guess I should mention that we filled the playground. They're no longer taking the normal planks, so we've got that part of it filled. I know just based on the numbers I've seen, we're getting close to having enough long planks down there to have it filled, but we're way off on the wood beams. I think we need like another 120,000 liters, 120 pallets of the wood beams, which that'll take a long time. It only kicks out maybe, I don't know, 4 a month between both of the mills, so that'll take us quite a while yet, which is fine because we don't have the rope yet. We need rope and fabric, so we got to get this cotton planted, get it harvested, get a spinnery bought, get the rope plant production bought, and start running that. So I have no clue how much cotton it's going to take if both those two big fields can run both of those, or if we're going to need more. It's going to be a learning curve at that point. So, but yeah, I think that's kind of where we're at. And we'll be back. I'll be back for episode 8 in probably February. So if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.